Well, good morning, folks. I'm Max Stevens and I buy old records. Started out about, I don't know, close to 2.5 hours ago. Yes, more or less. Gone about 140 miles maybe. And it was just storming and all that. Now it's a light misting. At least it's light. Let's go. I've got to go to Lano and retrieve that record player that I foolishly left at a record store that Charles runs down that way. Haven't seen him for years, and then I ran into him at his store at this new location. It's rural enough, I think, to be safe. Then I've got to go down to my normal haunt in Austin, drop off some records there to my buddy that got me that Bobby Wood Sun 45. Oh, I'm still tickled over that one. Then I've got to sell my Elvis pictures. I've got a series of 65 snapshots, 1954-55 down in Houston. Nursing student took, and 2 of them, it's a country music show. 2 of them have Elvis, Scotty, and Bill on stage, and it's great. And I'm not going to show them to you with the video even, because you could grab a screenshot and ruin this deal. Not going to do it. Take my word for it, they're great. They'll be published at some point. But I got the offer that I could not refuse, so I'm going to do that. Just come along with me. Lots of room over here, a lot in the back too. I'm traveling light. Well, I've got to do a quick U-turn and do a brief foray backwards to this place that said used merchandise. I don't know. We're going to find out, though. Ooh, they give S&H green stamps, too. I always like that. Okay, they were just getting there, and they weren't open yet. I'll probably come back through this town. There's a couple more places to check. I'd like to find some unscheduled finds today. Looks like a good area, actually. This is Burnett, Texas, by the way. Oh, yeah. There's another good-looking place. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to this. I like. Never been here. Well, another U-turn suddenly. I've got a few minutes to spare before I have to be there where I'm going. I see a sign that says today's sale. Oh, by the way, what you're hearing there is Willie Nix and some of the other marvelous Sun record artists of the early 50s. Let's go check it out. Well, that side was closed, but this looks like maybe it's another store over here. Hard to tell when they've got their stuff all pulled out. And I know that sounded nasty, but I didn't mean it that way. And nope, sorry, they're closed too. Well, I got to do a little walking, and I need it. I got off of my don't eat so much diet recently, just out of boredom and tiredness, and the fact too that my Viva Las Vegas trip and my French trip to play music had to be canceled. Looks like my Argentine trip is being canceled too. Hate that. We've got a lot of good friends there and family, good music, eating, drinking. It's just perfect. I got to get back on the wagon. I like the scenery that I get to see sometimes. I live in the ugly old flatlands, so this is what I really like about this. Damn, big old dam. Beautiful old bridge, hills, things that are green. Wow. I mean, it's no beautiful downtown Balch Springs, Texas. It'll do. Okay, I did a U-turn. I'm going to look at some records before I go look at some records. Maybe here I can do it. It's a thrift shop. I'm not going to Jesse James there. He might rob me. I've never understood naming a business after a well-known robber, but okay. Okay, no luck there. Real nice folks, though. And they told me to come check back with them from time to time. Might get lucky. So that's another possible contact. I like this. Nice road. Real pretty scenery. Got our blue bonnets in full bloom now. Well, it's Big Memphis Ma Rainey. Echoes in the background. That's Pat Hare on that aggressive bluesy guitar. His real name was Auburn Hare. No lie. worked in whorehouses, killed a girlfriend and a policeman, died in prison. Had a band called Sounds Incarcerated there. Hell of a life. But we're about 2 miles away from where I need to be. I'm just going into the last pregame warm-up here, setting the gyros, setting the timers, and we're going to get this thing rolling here. It's only been 237.3 miles since I left the house. Well, I have arrived.
It's the best rocking place in the world, not so glad to say it's mine. Got a big wide floor for dancing. They got a wet bar that stretches out all around. They got a guy in the that'll make you fly way above the ground. They got a slap-face beat and the funny flows like wine. Well, it's the best rocking place in the world, and I'm so glad to say it's mine.
Play that one.
We all equal, rich and poor. See the chief of police and the reefer man. See the preacher man, the husband, son, Sanky on the whore. You get a slap-face beat, and the funny flows like wine. It's the best rocking place in the world, and I'm so glad to say it's mine.
The Lynn label. Cool 78s, a lot of hillbilly. Haven't really found anything yet. Hoping to find a bopper or something like that. It's kind of neat that they're in alphabetical order too. I like that. Not a lot of sound-alike records. Hit of the day type things. There was one by Mark Stevens. It sounds familiar. Some of these have good versions of hit songs at the time. Some are simply awful. We'll play through some and see what we find. Sometimes you'll find these that have known singers singing under an anonymous name. George Jones did it quite often in the 50s when he needed money. Who doesn't need money among us? Okay, these are all hits. I'm going to get into that world because it will eat you up. There it is. Okay. That's Heartbreak Hotel and So Doggone Lonesome. Blue Suede Shoes and Yes I Know Why by Hank Smith and the Nashville Playboys. Well, Heartbreak Hotel, that's actually George Jones. Blue Suede Shoes with the same name, that's Leon Payne. Pretty cool, actually. I have a bunch of copies of those, though. And there goes the phone. Well, that's a good way to while away the hours. Wasn't there for hours, but I've got still an hour and a half before I get to where I need to be. I bought 3 records, a couple of those sound-alikes that had some rock and roll, and one had probably the best version of My Bucket's Got a Hole in It, other than Sonny Burgess's version on Sun. This was a pure hot rockabilly version. I don't know how or what, but I'm going to try to research and find out who it is. It's got a name, but I doubt it's the real name. Well, joy of joys, I'm almost at my next stop. Catch old Uagan again. Do some quick business with them. Usually I'm there, it's 4 or 5 hours. I'm gonna try to get it done in an hour or less if possible. I've got to get down the road, check out some places, hoof it on home.
1/2 mile, turn right.
Well, happy
US
day.
290.
I got my Elvis picture sold a box of records, just cheap stuff, just stuff to make butter and egg money. And I'm back on the road, but this time I've still got 2.5 hours or so of good looking time, and I'm really good looking. I've been told that. Mama wouldn't lie. I'm on my way to check out a town we passed earlier, Burn It. I'm not going to burn it, that's the name of the town. We're going to go to Burn It, and then I'm going to go lay waste to it. The puns are flying. Sorry. Well, I'm checking out this little quaint town that I didn't realize was on my route. I'm guessing there's going to be maybe an antique mall or two here. Don't have a lot of time. I've got about an hour and 20 minutes before things start closing down. So let's hit it. Nothing yet. It's a pretty place. It's way up on a good-sized hill near a river. I think that's the Pedernales River. Okay, anything there? Nope, nope, nope. I'll turn off the camera and I'm sure a place will pop right up immediately. Lordy Hootie, I'm tired. Been driving a lot lately, but I'm not going to pass up the antique malls. Let's go in and check it on out. Well, I'm not having any luck. So we're going to make quick work of this and go to the next one. Like I said, there's always another one coming up. Bailed on that one. Let's go check these two out. Well, they have closed for a couple of weeks, I guess due to health measures and such. Let's see if there's something here. Nope, it is closed. So like I say, there's always another. Sometimes they've got a close sign up though. Oh well. Hello there, Sheriff. Sheriff Wallace Riddle or Riddle. I'm not sure. I'm gonna guess Riddle. It'll just be a conundrum what his real name is, but not a riddle. I gotta fire my riders. Okay, here's antique malls, but let's just see if the damn places are open. Nope, closed until March 31st. Can't fault them for it. And in fact, this probably will be my last trip out for a little while. I can sit at home, run barefoot through my records, rub on my records, touch my records, look at my records, and they're closed too. Dream about my records, and sell records over the internet. So that's good enough. I guess the town just shut everything down. That's fine. That gets me home quicker, and I don't mind that at all. A lot of people would be, oh, I can't find anything. Now, you take it as it comes. There we go, Carol Lee's Antiques and More. I knew there'd be one hardy soul here. Let's go. Yeah, I like the small labels where the people never got famous, and some of that's just the best. Yeah, every small town seemed to have their own Elvis or somebody like that, you know, that everybody liked, but nobody else knew them. Well, coolness. I found a Marie Knight record on Addit. I got to look it up, see what it's worth. Looks like Northern Soul. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, I just looked it up on Handy Dandy Pop Psych, and that record sells recently for 140, 100, about 175 or so. So I found a Northern Soul record there. Cost me $1. Quite wonderful. Let's go, now that I'm encouraged. Oh my, this place looks good. I've got about 30 minutes. So, I gotta hit this, and I gotta come back to this town at some point. A lot of the places were closed. And there's too many closed to have to not come back. 78. Let's see what's here. Well, so far not much. They have been mishandled. Okay, no luck there. No harm looking. Well, yeah, it did. It hurt me deeply that they didn't have good records. I'm lying. Nature. Look at there. Oh, man. Okay, now back to the records. Got a place up here about not quite a mile up the road. We saw it this morning, and it was closed. Had all the stuff pulled out in the driveway. Looked open until I realized it was not. Here it is, folks. Let's go in here. 23 minutes of looking, essentially. So let's hit this one quick. Go to the next one over here if it's open, etc. Oh, this looks good. All right, nothing there, but let's check the next one out. Maybe I get lucky. No luck. Well, it looks like that's probably it for today's festivities. It's after 5. Sidewalks are rolled up. Got a little handful of records I'm pleased with. A couple of really good ones are hiding in there. Northern Soul record, that good sound-alike rockabilly thing, and a few more goodies. A really good 78. That's what I call a pre-rockabilly sound. It's a boogie-woogie hillbilly band, but oh, it's got a hot guitar solo by Jimmy Stone. I sold my Elvis pictures, sold a box of records. I'm stacking paper, and I'm really happy with that. So I'll be home in, not even 3 hours. So I'll catch you guys later. Please subscribe if you're catching this and you'd like to see more. I'd like for you to come along with me. Thanks.